This happened to me and my cousin 2 years ago. We were driving from Phoenix to Los Angeles for a weekend trip. Just the two of us. Road snacks, music, and desert for miles. It was one of those stretches of highway where you could drive for 20 minutes without seeing another car. Just the occasional cactus and a whole lot of nothing. Around 11 p.m., we were still about 3 hours outside of L.A. That's when we noticed the van. It had its high beams on, and it pulled onto the highway behind us from a rest stop we'd just passed. At first, we didn't think much of it. Just another night driver like us. But after about 10 minutes, the van wasn't just behind us. It was matching our speed, exactly. 55, it stayed 55. 65, it adjusted. We slowed to let it pass. It slowed too. My cousin started to get nervous, so I switched lanes a few times. So did the van. We even exited at a random off-ramp, drove in a circle through a closed diner parking lot, and got right back onto the highway. The van followed. It wasn't just creepy, it was deliberate. We couldn't see the driver, tinted windshield, no lights inside. But it stayed just far enough behind that we couldn't get a plate either. Around 12:30 a.m., my cousin was on edge, refreshing Google Maps constantly, trying to find a police station or even just a town with open stores. No luck, just desert. Finally, we spotted a gas station ahead with bright lights. We pulled in fast, too fast, and parked right in front of the store. The van passed us, but it didn't keep going. It slowed. Then it turned around in the middle of the highway and parked on the shoulder facing our direction. Headlights off. We told the clerk, a guy in his 60s, what was going on. He didn't even blink. He just said, "You boys don't want to drive west right now." He let us wait inside for about an hour. The van stayed there the whole time, engine idling. Then, just as suddenly as it appeared, it drove off. No lights, just faded into the dark. We waited another hour before getting back on the road. We didn't see the van again, but we'll never drive that stretch at night again. Was it a prank, a stalker, something worse? We still don't know. But every time I see a white cargo van, I still get that same chill down my spine. This happened about a year ago when my girlfriend and I were driving through rural Texas. It was after midnight, and we were almost out of gas. We were surrounded by nothing but open land and pitch black sky, until we finally saw a flickering neon sign up ahead. Dale's Fuel and Supply, open 24 hours. The place looked like it hadn't been renovated since the 80s. One pump. One tiny convenience store, no other cars around. We pulled in, and that's when things started to feel off. As I filled up, I noticed a camera above the pump, completely smashed. The sign on the door said, "Open," but the lights inside were dim and yellow, like the bulbs were dying. My girlfriend went in to grab drinks. I followed a minute later. There was only one person inside, a man behind the counter, maybe late 60s, wearing a flannel shirt and no name tag. He didn't look up, just said, "Pump's good. Anything else you need?" His voice was strange, calm, but too steady, like he was concentrating on keeping it that way. We paid for the gas and snacks, then turned to leave. That's when he spoke again. "Don't leave just yet." We both stopped. I turned around and asked, "Why?" He didn't answer, just stared at me. Then finally, in a lower voice, "Wait 5 minutes. Trust me." He didn't blink, didn't smile, didn't explain. My girlfriend whispered, "Let's just go." But I don't know why, I listened to him. We sat in the car, doors locked, engine off, watching the store. Exactly 5 minutes later, a white pickup truck barreled into the lot from the highway. No headlights. It skidded to a stop right in front of the gas station, facing us. 2 men got out. One of them had a crowbar. The other was holding what looked like a knife. They looked into the store windows, then scanned the lot. But we were parked off to the side, in the dark, out of direct view. After a minute, they got back in the truck and drove off. Slowly, like they were still looking for something. We waited another 5 minutes, then we booked it. I don't know who those men were. I don't know what would have happened if we'd left earlier. But I'll never forget the way the clerk looked at me, like he knew, like he'd seen it before.